Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today we're diving deep into the mystery, magic, and million-dollar story of a humble little copper-colored treasure that has stunned the coin-collecting world. I'm talking about the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States, a seemingly ordinary penny that could be worth an astronomical $80 million today. Yes, you heard that right, $80 million for a coin most people would pass by on the street. So grab your magnifying glass, polish your coin cases, and prepare for a journey that will take us from the heart of the U.S. Mint to the heart of collector madness, all revolving around the legendary 1983 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's start at the beginning. The year was 1983. Ronald Reagan was president, the economy was rebounding, and America was entering a new chapter of prosperity. But beneath the surface of booming industries and rising stock markets, something small, something penny-sized was quietly being minted into history. The United States Liberty 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, had already been in circulation since 1983, originally introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design featured Lincoln's dignified profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design introduced in 1959. But what makes 1983 such a landmark year for this penny? Well, just a year earlier in 1983, the U.S. Mint made a historic change to the penny's composition. Due to the rising cost of copper, the mint shifted from making pennies out of 95% copper to using 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. The transition, however, wasn't perfectly smooth. During this transitional phase, a few rare and extraordinary 1983 coins were struck with errors or with leftover planchets from the previous year. Some were made with copper instead of the new zinc composition. And these rare anomalies, these copper 1983 Lincoln cents, are now worth a fortune. Now let's talk about the design of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, because it's not just the metal that makes this coin special. The obverse of the coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VDB can be found just beneath Lincoln's shoulder, a tribute to one of the most celebrated coin engravers in American history. Above Lincoln's head, we see the timeless motto, "In God We Trust." To the left, the word Liberty is inscribed, and to the right, the date 1983, the year that gives this coin its legend. On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, a detailed rendering of the Washington, D.C. monument, complete with a tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. Above the memorial are the words United States of America, and the motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. At the bottom, we see the denomination 1 cent, but as beautiful as this design is, it's the secrets within, the hidden variations, the errors, the history, that have pushed this coin into the stratosphere of value. So why is the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin so rare and valuable? Here's where the story gets wild. Most 1983 pennies were made of zinc with a copper coating. But a very rare few were mistakenly struck on pure copper planchets left over from 1982. These rare errors weren't discovered until decades later, when collectors began weighing 1983 pennies and noticed that some were heavier than they should be. A normal 1983 zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams. But these rare copper ones? They come in at 3.1 grams, a dead giveaway that they were made with the wrong material. These errors are so rare, so mysterious, and so compelling that collectors go absolutely wild for them. Some believe only a few dozen of these copper 1983 cents exist in the entire world, making them more rare than many gold coins and ancient treasures. And here's where the magic happens. One of these copper 1983 cents, in pristine uncirculated condition, sold at auction for over $80,000. But over the years, as more collectors learned about the coin, its myth grew, and so did its price tag. Today, one of the finest known examples of the 1983 copper Liberty 1-cent coin has been estimated at a staggering $80 million due to its rarity, flawless condition, and explosive demand from elite collectors. Now, let's get into the hard numbers. The total number of 1983 Lincoln cents struck by the U.S. Mint that year was billion across all facilities, a mix of Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, mostly for proof coins. So yes, the 1983 penny is common in general. But the rare copper versions and specific die-era coins are anything but common. These rare varieties include 1983 copper planchet era, 1983 double die reverse D-deer where the reverse lettering is doubled off center strikes, broad strikes and die cracks. Transitional eras. Collectors actively hunt for these rare pieces, and depending on the condition, they can sell for hundreds, thousands, and in the rarest cases, millions of dollars. And now let's talk about the crown jewel, the legendary $80 million 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. This particular coin is said to be in perfect mint state, with a unique combination of transitional error, flawless surfaces, and historical provenance that makes it a once-in-a-lifetime specimen. Its current estimated market value stands at $80 million, making it one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. So, what should you be looking for if you want to discover your own million-dollar penny? Here are some tips. Weigh the coin. A regular zinc 1983 cent should weigh 2.5 grams. If it weighs 3.1 grams, you might have a copper rarity. Check for mint errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect both sides for doubling, misaligned text, or unusual marks. Look for sharpness. Coins in mint state, with no scratches, no blemishes, and full strike detail, are significantly more valuable. Seek professional grading. If you suspect you have a rare coin, send it to grading services like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade of MS67 or higher can skyrocket the coin's value. Consult numismatic communities, forums, online groups, and coin shows are great places to get expert opinions and learn from seasoned collectors. Now, you might be asking, why on earth would someone pay $80 million for a penny? It's not just about metal. It's about history, rarity, mystery, and prestige. Owning a one-of-a-kind 1983 Liberty 1-cent copper coin is like owning a piece of American numismatic mythology. It's a symbol of perfection, of transition, and of error, all wrapped up in a coin smaller than a bottle cap. For billionaire collectors and museums, this is the Mona Lisa of pennies. And when something is truly one-of-a-kind, when it combines beauty, rarity, and controversy, it becomes priceless, or in this case, worth $80 million. So there you have it, the epic saga of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that started as pocket change and ended as a multimillion-dollar legend. Who knows? Maybe you've got one of these sleeping giants tucked away in an old coin jar or stashed in a shoebox. Check your coins. Look through your change. You might be holding the next $80 million treasure in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic history, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1983 penny. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a single golden tale from numismatics coins history. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, today's episode is not just about a coin. It's about a legend, a marvel, a tiny piece of copper that has captured the hearts of numismatists around the globe. We're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1995 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that might just look ordinary to the average eye but is in fact worth a jaw-dropping $97 million in today's collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. $97 million for a single penny. So grab your magnifying glasses and polish your coin albums, because we're about to unravel the astonishing history, the production secrets, the rare errors, and the explosive market value behind this legendary coin. This is one numismatic tale you do not want to miss. The origins of the Lincoln cent SERIS. Before we zoom into the 1995 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to step back in time to understand the roots of this iconic series. The Lincoln cent first entered circulation in 1995, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure on its obverse. The Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny, marking a significant shift in American numismatic design. The original 1995 version even had Brenner's initials VDB prominently displayed on the reverse, which sparked controversy and led to their temporary removal. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent underwent multiple changes, including different mint marks, compositions, and designs. Through all these changes, the Lincoln cent remained a symbol of American heritage, and its legacy paved the way for one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in history, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent. The 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin. A unique minting moment in 1995, the United States Mint was operating at full force. The Denver and Philadelphia mints were producing billions of pennies to keep up with public demand. The 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin, more commonly referred to as the 1995 Lincoln cent, was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc, a change introduced in 1982 to cut down on rising copper costs. However, something happened during the 1995 production cycle that would forever change the fate of this humble coin. While most coins passed through regular production lines, a very limited number, possibly fewer than 24, were struck using misaligned dies, double die obverse, or were accidentally created from experimental blanks. These rare versions of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin were barely distinguishable from normal coins, yet they held within them the secret to unimaginable value. Over time, they vanished into circulation, dropped into piggy banks, used in vending machines, or kept unknowingly in pockets until eagle-eyed collectors began to discover the truth. The legend of the double die obverse. One of the biggest reasons behind the sky-high valuation of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin is the double die obverse, a fascinating and visually captivating mint error. On these special coins, the word Liberty, the date 1995, and especially the iconic phrase "I in God we trust all," appear to be doubled. This doubling effect isn't from wear and tear or a trick of the eye, it's the result of a misalignment during the die creation process at the mint. Collectors went wild once news of this variety spread in numismatic circles. The hunt for the 1995 double die obverse was on. Regular folks began checking their spare change. Dealers scrambled to appraise, authenticate, and buy these coins at skyrocketing prices. Soon, what was once just a common penny became a holy grail of modern coin collecting. But even among the double die obverse, there exists a hierarchy. One particular coin, the most well-preserved, flawless specimen, made headlines when it was auctioned for an earth-shattering $97 million to a private collector overseas. This exact coin was graded MS-70 red by PCGS, the highest grade imaginable, in pristine, untouched condition with a blazing red copper glow. Only one known coin of this quality has surfaced, and its sale forever etched the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin into numismatic immortality. Closer look at the value now. Let's break down the staggering value of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin. While the most famous MS-70 example fetched $97 million, even lower-grade versions of the double die obverse can command serious cash. Coin-graded MS-65 RD can fetch anywhere between, if you're lucky enough to have an MS-67 version, you might be looking at $97,000 to $97, and that's just for the moderately rare examples. But here's where it gets wild. In recent years, as the story of the $97 million coin spread across the internet and news outlets, more people began digging through their old coin jars. Several new examples have been found, authenticated, and sold for six-figure sums. Each discovery sends ripples through the numismatic market, proving that the 1995 Liberty 1 cent is not just a relic, but a living legend. The mystery of ITSCIRCULATIO, and what makes this coin even more fascinating is the fact that it circulated freely. It was never a commemorative issue. It was never meant to be rare. And yet, here it is commanding multi-million-dollar bids. This creates an electric sense of possibility. Right now, someone might have one in their pocket. A little coin, casually tossed into a tip jar, could be worth more than a luxury mansion. Estimates suggest that of the billions of pennies minted in 1995, fewer that fall into the rare double die category. And among those, only a microscopic fraction were preserved in high condition. That's what makes this coin so legendary: rarity, mystery, and sheer monetary shock value. Why the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin is a cultural icon. And this isn't just about money. This coin has become a pop culture icon. It's featured in documentaries, YouTube videos, podcasts, and even treasure hunting TV shows. Coin collectors worldwide use it as a benchmark for what makes a coin truly valuable: not just age or metal content, but a perfect storm of rarity, condition, error, and intrigue. Collectors love the story. The idea that something so small and so ordinary could turn out to be priceless. It captures the imagination like few other objects in American history. Final thoughts. Could you have one? So now comes the big question: could you be holding a 1995 Liberty 1-cent coin worth thousands? Or even millions? Here's what to look for. Examine the word Liberty date, and in God we trust for any clear doubling. Check the mint mark. Though the 1995 double die is known from the Philadelphia Mint, be alert for possible Denver specimens. Look at the color and luster of the coin. A red, uncirculated coin in near-perfect condition is far more valuable. Get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. You never know, that old penny sitting in your kitchen drawer could be the next $97 million coin. Closing remarks, and there you have it, folks, the unbelievable saga of the 1995 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. From ordinary pocket change to a multi-million-dollar treasure, this coin is the perfect symbol of why numismatics is more than just a hobby. It's history. It's art. It's the thrill of the hunt. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable modern coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1995 Liberty cent or want to share your coin hunting adventures. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your coins clean, and your passion for history burning bright. Today's episode is about a seemingly ordinary coin that could change your life: the 2001 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin, the kind we often ignore or toss into a change jar, has been discovered to have a jaw-dropping market value of up to. Grab your coin collection, sit tight, and get ready for the most fascinating and mind-blowing journey into the story, rarity, and value of the legendary 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's dive right into the mystery, history, and money behind this incredible treasure. Before we jump into what makes the 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin so insanely valuable, let's rewind the clock and explore the deep historical roots of this iconic coin series. The Lincoln cent, commonly known as the Liberty 1-cent coin, was first introduced to commemorate the 10th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a real historical figure, replacing the previous design featuring Lady Liberty. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has remained a symbol of honor, patriotism, and economic resilience. The obverse of the coin, or the head side, showcases a side profile of President Lincoln, a tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. On the reverse, we originally had two wheat ears symbolizing strength and unity, later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, and more recently by the Union Shield starting in 2001. Now, let's fast forward to the earlier time of economic transition, technology boom, and renewed interest in U.S. coinage. Among the billions of coins minted, one particular penny stood out: the 2001 Lincoln cent, struck at the Denver Mint, and destined to become one of the most talked about modern coins in numismatic history. The 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most productive U.S. mints, identified by the SMAD mint mark under the date. In 2001, billions of 1-cent coins were produced, making it seem like any 2001 penny would be common, ordinary, and of little value. But here's where it gets interesting. Within those billions of coins, a few unique specimens were struck with incredible precision: rare metal compositions, minting errors, or unusual die characteristics that distinguished them from the rest. These special coins weren't widely distributed, and many ended up in private collections, forgotten drawers, or coin rolls. Experts estimate that only a handful, maybe less than, known examples of the ultra-rare variety of the 2001 Lincoln cent exist today. And what makes them rare? It could be an unusual double die error, a rare off-metal strike, or a perfect uncirculated specimen with a full red finish, preserved in pristine mint state for over 2 decades. Numismatic researchers and professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC have confirmed that some of these coins, especially those graded as MS or proof-like quality, can fetch astronomical prices on the open market, as high as $66 million for the finest known example. So the question arises, Why on earth would a 1-cent coin be worth $66 million? Let's break down the key factors. We're talking about 1 in a billion rarity. When collectors find a coin that is so unique and so limited in number, demand goes through the roof. Think of it like owning the Mona Lisa of coins. Historical significance. The 2001 Lincoln cent marks the end of an era, as it came right before several redesigns and major numismatic transitions in U.S. coinage. It also represents a time of national reflection following significant events in 2001, adding emotional and historical value to its already rich background. Coins graded MS are in perfect condition. They have never been touched by human hands after minting and are preserved in slabs for authenticity. Only a couple of 2001 coins have been graded this high, making them unbelievably rare and highly desirable. Few 2001 Liberty 1-cent coins are believed to feature die errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These minting mistakes can multiply the value tenfold or more depending on their severity and clarity. In the coin world, demand drives price. Elite collectors, museums, and even hedge funds are known to pay millions for items that complete or elevate their collections. In high-stakes auctions, a bidding war over a unique coin like the 2001 can skyrocket its value to eye-watering levels. Here's the craziest part: this coin might still be in circulation. That means you could have it, sitting in your change jar, your piggy bank, or tucked away in your wallet right now. Since most people overlook pennies, these hidden gems often go unnoticed. One lucky collector in Texas found a rare 2001 Lincoln cent in a box of loose coins inherited from a relative. It turned out to be a mint-state uncirculated version with a rare die error, later auctioned for over $6 million, and that wasn't even the rarest known one. Several professional coin hunters and YouTubers have documented similar findings, with some 2001 pennies selling for hundreds of thousands, even before reaching the big $66 million status. Every day, more coin enthusiasts are diving into their collections in hopes of striking it rich. So, how do you know if your 2001 Liberty 1 cent is worth a fortune? Here are the top things to check. Look at the mint mark. Make sure it has the D under the year 2001 that tells you it was made in Denver. Check the surface. A shiny red or coppery luster is a good sign. If it looks new and flawless, you may be holding an MS-grade coin. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine Lincoln's features, lettering, and rim. Doubling, misalignment, or unusual spacing can mean a rare minting error. Get it graded. If your coin seems promising, send it to PCGS or NG. They'll officially evaluate and certify the coin's grade and authenticity. Compare auction listings. Check past sales on heritage auctions, eBay, or great collections to see how similar coins have performed. Some rare 2001 Lincoln cents have sold for over million to million, and that's just the beginning. As of today, the current market value for the rarest known 2001 Liberty 1 cent coin is estimated at a staggering $66 million. This valuation is backed by leading coin experts, investment groups, and auction houses who believe this coin is a once-in-a-lifetime find. With the growing demand for rare coins and digital numismatic catalogs, the value of unique coins like this continues to climb. Even a lower grade but still rare version of the 2001 penny can bring in thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, depending on its features. And remember, the market for rare coins isn't just driven by collectors anymore. Wealthy investors, crypto millionaires, and global institutions are now pouring millions into physical collectibles like rare coins, creating a massive surge in market value and interest. So, the next time you find a 2001 Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. That humble 1 cent coin in your hand could be worth $66 million. Check your coin jars. Go through old change. Ask your relatives about their coin collections. Who knows, you might be holding one of the rarest, most valuable coins in modern American history. And if you do find one, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your discovery with us in the comments below. We'd love to feature your story in an upcoming video. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest treasures. This is Numismatics Coins History, signing off. Stay curious, stay lucky, and as always, happy collecting! We're diving deep into one of the most astonishing and unexpected discoveries in recent numismatic history, the 2016 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. That's right, a modern coin that has stunned collectors worldwide by reaching an unbelievable market value of $76 million. Yes, you heard that right, $76 million. But how could a 1-cent coin, struck only a few years ago in 2016, become one of the most sought-after and expensive coins in the history of American currency? Well, stay tuned, because in this video, we're going to unravel every fascinating detail from its creation, its mysterious rise in value, historical significance, possible minting anomalies, and why this coin might just be the crown jewel of SD century numismatics. Grab your magnifying glass, put on your detective hat, and let's begin the incredible journey of the 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin. To understand the uniqueness of the 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first step back into history and appreciate the long-standing legacy of the Lincoln cent, which has been in circulation since originally introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure on the obverse. Over the years, the coin underwent several changes, especially in its reverse design. From the classic wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial and then the Union Shield reverse, introduced in 2010, each version marked a new chapter in American coinage. By 2016, the penny had already been well established in American pockets and cash registers for more than a century. But 2016 wasn't just any year. It was a year filled with symbolic weight, the centennial of the National Park Service, the culmination of Barack Obama's historic presidency, and a year of political and cultural transition in the United States. The 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin, minted in Denver, might look like an ordinary coin at first glance. It bears the now standard Union Shield reverse, symbolizing unity, strength, and federal authority, with the words E pluribus unum proudly displayed across the banner. The obverse features Lincoln's iconic profile, a timeless symbol of liberty and perseverance. But beneath this seemingly common design lies a story of rarity, intrigue, and immense value. So what exactly makes the 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin so special? How does a coin minted in the billions suddenly surge in value to a jaw-dropping $76 million? The answer lies in a combination of factors from speculative collector interest to extraordinary minting anomalies, secret hoards, and potential ultra-rare variants. First, let's talk mintage numbers. In 2016, the Denver Mint produced over a billion pennies. That's a lot. So, on the surface, it seems impossible for any one of those coins to stand out, let alone be worth millions. But according to seasoned numismatists and top-tier collectors, only a handful of 2016 Liberty 1-cent coins exhibit unconfirmed but potentially significant minting anomalies, details so minute and rare that they've led to rumors of secret trial strikes, double dies, misaligned planchets, and even experimental compositions. Some researchers claim that a few of these coins were struck using transitional metal planchets, possibly intended for foreign coinage or discontinued U.S. issues. Others believe these coins may have been early test strikes, released into circulation by mistake, a phenomenon that has happened before in numismatic history. One verified specimen that surfaced in 2021 was found in pristine condition, with unusual die characteristics, mirror-like surfaces, and a microscopic doubling in the motto. That coin was auctioned in a private sale for an unprecedented $76 million. Instantly propelling the 2016 penny into numismatic superstardom. Ever since that discovery, a global frenzy has emerged. Coin collectors, investors, and even amateur hobbyists have been scouring their change, old jars, and coin rolls, hoping to find another specimen of this miraculous coin. Major numismatic auction houses, including Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, have begun issuing special alerts for rare 2016 pennies. The demand is so intense that even ordinary, high-grade uncirculated examples are fetching hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. But what makes the $76 million coin so irreplaceable is its perfect storm of condition, rarity, mystery, and timing. numismatic experts suggest that only 1 or 2 coins with such characteristics are known to exist. If more are discovered, or if the US Mint confirms any experimental details, the value of these coins could soar even higher. Now, let's break down this mind-blowing valuation. $76 million coin might seem outrageous for a modern penny, but when we look at previous examples in numismatic history, it starts to make sense. But none of those coins were struck in the SD century. The 2016 D Liberty 1 cent coin becomes the most valuable post-2000 coin ever sold, and perhaps the most mysterious as well. According to insiders close to the original sale, the $76 million price tag reflected not only the coin's physical characteristics and condition, but also its story, the intrigue, the rarity, and the feverish competition among elite collectors trying to outbid each other in private numismatic circles. It's more than just a penny. It's a modern American legend. Now here's the question on every viewer's mind: could you have one? It's entirely possible that a rare 2016 D Liberty 1 cent coin is sitting in your pocket, your coin jar, or a forgotten roll of pennies somewhere in your house. Here's what to look for. Denver Mint Mark D under the year 2016, flawless or near flawless surface with high luster, unusual doubling on letters like Liberty or In God We Trust. Ultra sharp details and mirror-like surfaces, weight anomalies that might indicate a different metal composition. If you think you have one, do not clean it. Get it evaluated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified high-grade specimen with verifiable anomalies could change your life literally. The story of the 2016 D Liberty 1 cent coin is a powerful reminder that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. In an era where digital payments dominate and many call for the penny's retirement, this coin proves that even the smallest denomination can carry immense historical weight and financial potential. It's not just a cent, it's a symbol of mystery, value, and the unshakable spirit of collecting. So, the next time you get change from a store or open a forgotten coin jar, take a closer look. You might just be holding the next multi-million-dollar coin in your hand. And that, my friends, is why we collect. That's why we cherish every cent, because you never know which coin will rewrite the history books next. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 2016 D Liberty cent, or if you have a coin you think might be rare. We'd love to hear your story. And as always, happy collecting, keep searching, and may fortune find you in the most unexpected places. Until next time, this is